All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the man, the myth, the not so legend Swamp Things coming back with another Apex Legends casted episode. So this was actually post pre-season 6 Shield update. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does to me. Anyway, I digress. So this is one of the matches after the pre-season 6 Shields post-season, I don't know, update thingamabobbers, you know what I mean? Everyone knows what I mean if you play Apex Legends. And, yeah, what a big difference. I'll tell you that much. What a big difference. TTK is not as short. It's not as quick as it once was. And, you know, me, I'm always trying to grind ranked in the afternoon when I am streaming. And this was actually a match that I streamed on my Twitch. We got a Bangalore, I believe, Caustic, and obviously I'm a Bloodhound main on PlayStation. So it was actually a great match. I think I was just a little weak, you know, and you can go ahead and, you know, throw your criticisms in the comment section down below if you feel that I wasn't doing something or if I was doing something wrong. Even just saying what I was doing right, what you liked, even go ahead, you know. Light me up, doesn't matter, good or bad, because one thing about me when it comes to Apex Legends is that I want to learn and I want to do better, I want to be better, and I want to showcase that. And, you know, I'd rather have, you know, a crowd of eyes telling me what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right than me wondering, you know, what the hell am I doing? Why this, why that, right? And that doubt kind of comes into play. So here we are. We're going to be landing Skyhook, thinking that we are alone. I break off a little bit anyway because I know I can gain momentum. So there is a team behind us, which is different. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm just gonna like, okay, there's a full, you know, there's a 3 stack over at the respawn building, and I know where I need to go. So you'll see me a lot of the times. I don't know if I mentioned this in the past video. Actually, the last Apex Legends casted video. I don't know if I mentioned that I scan a lot. So I try to keep my eyes on my scanner and continuously, like, I'm always hitting the scan to make sure that, you know, sort of. I know there's. So here I am. I'm pinging an enemy. Not to say that they're here with me, but they're coming around. So there I go. I jump on the scan. I try to beam. Already down. But there is, my teammate's gonna be pinging another enemy actually in that building, which is so it's fast. They came from the respawn building and then obviously moved over. Now it's a rev. And here for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking. I saw the person, but when I ADS'd with the flatline, I actually was looking on my left side reticle and not my center, like the left side of the reticle, not the center. So it was kind of a weird thing, right? And I remember that very specifically from a few days ago. It's like, why am I not paying attention? Even with the Volt ADS site, stock site, I tend to not look straight down the barrel. Again, red dots. Those are the main. The red dot is the main sight for me when it comes to weaponry, and it's something that I'll never fade away from. Especially now, because I actually changed my colorblind settings up just because I like the pink. I think it's Deuteranopia or something like that. You know, forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's just the lighter red reticle. I guess the reticle colors, it's just easier to see through, and for me, it's just with my sight and the way I work and the way I play this game is that I'd rather I see past my target. I see past my reticle. I don't see just my reticle or just my target type of thing, right? So I try to see past it. And if I can't see past it with clarity, I'll how would you say, overlead and overcompensate my shots, because one thing that comes into play of all of that is like my muzzle flash, depending on what guns I'm using and if I'm getting hit and all this stuff. So with a lighter reticle color, I find I can just hit better. But I digress. That's not even in this clip. So it's not even in this match. This match is just about we're grinding ranked. That's what we're doing these days. And you see that I'll always run a triple take. I'm always looking for the triple take. It's fine. I can do Sentinel. Why not? But the fire rate on the Sentinel is just too slow for me. I love the fact that the devs put the choke on the triple take, which is really cool because you can auto select it off and on, right? Rather than looking for the hop up, which is just another extra step for us when we're looting through these big areas or even small areas, right? It's like it wasn't even around enough for people to have chokes on their triple takes, right? So it's really cool that we were more prepared when we're playing nowadays than when we were playing in the first. But then again, like, you can just like stack and stack and stack ammo like crazy. Triple take used to run the energy ammo, which was wild because you just have a shit ton of energy, and then you can have it for your sniper and your energy weapon. So it's pretty awesome. So what I was doing there is I was just saying, like, there's people over here. The thing is that I'm just kind of alerting my teammates, like, in this direction there's going to be people because I heard them in the Bloodhound trials, which you'll see a lot, and what you'll find if you come into my Twitch stream is that I'll actually be in a party rather than in the game chat. Sometimes I hop in the game chat, but I'd rather be in the party so I can talk to everybody out there watching. And for those that are watching this video that's actually uploaded now, right, the formal Apex Legends casted video, I'm actually streaming this video. So now, each time, and this is why it's even more important to follow me on Twitter, each time I come into doing any editing from here on out, starting right now, starting after this video, anytime I'm going to be doing any editing with highlight videos with Apex Legends Casted, Apex Quickfire, Apex Lowlights, any of these, I'm always going to be streaming them here live on YouTube for everybody so they can kind of see the process for me. Right now, it's all just going over everything that I'm doing in the game. So again, a lot of this, it's predominantly right now is the looting, so it's kind of a little stale, and that's why I'm bringing more of a conversation to you guys that are out there watching. Again, I'm just kind of being keen on, like, okay, were these people, are they still in the Bloodhound's trials? Are they still there? So this is just that situational awareness that's always going through my head. Sometimes I just get pinched and I die, and fine. Sometimes I'm super salty when I die, and that's fine too. One thing that I don't want to do is how would you say, sorry, pardon me, I don't want to deny myself those emotions of, like, frustration, because I'd rather express myself and control it and handle it rather than not, and then it comes out in different forms, right? So now we're coming through staging. I believe this is staging. The PK. Yeah, the PK is fine. Like, the PK is okay. I don't know if I agree with the 99 being a care package weapon. And the PK was a great shotgun. They should actually put the Mastiff back in, to be quite honest. And I know that's a big consensus. So here we go. I'm saying let's go this way. That's where I'm attacking. And the reason why I'm attacking over there is because in this particular moment I heard gunshots. And I'm checking my weapons. Do I already have purple mag? Yeah, I already do. So let's go. Let's attack. Let's get moving. Let's get grooving, because I'm itching a Bloodhound here and I want to get some more kills. That's right. A lot of people have the common mistake of not opening that middle gate, because there's always like a purple or a gold, and there's always blues in that middle part. So It's really funny that a lot of other people don't know that. So right now, I believe we're gonna have a team. I think we're gonna have a team roll through here on our left side. Somehow, we know right now we're just kind of waiting it out. I love landing here and I love coming through here because it's such a great defensive position in this control room, especially if you have a caustic, because you could put traps on all four sides and still have, room for lunch. So, room for dessert. So we're back and forth, but this is weird right here. The cargo bot was just floating in the air, right? One thing I do, if we're holding up, if we're posting up in an area, I like to run perimeter a lot, especially with Bloodhound because of the scan. So I'll run back and forth, down and around. I'll just try to stay within the perimeter itself, and I won't stray too far out, because once you stray too far, that's when opponents can like really isolate you, zero in on you, and then you are vulnerable to getting knocked, eliminated, and compromising your team's position, because if they're nice guys like me, they'll actually come and try to fight and help you. If you're in a how would you say, unfortuitous situation with another team. So again, just running positions, closing doors when I leave, checking to make sure no one's coming our way. Yes, I have my scan. I'm not using it. I'm using my auditory, but lately the auditory in the game itself hasn't been so reliable, and even my scans at times now, what I've noticed is that Bloodhound scans won't pick everybody up, and that's the frustrating part, especially when I like to scan a lot. So I've just kind of gotten used to not really relying on just one or the other. I like to rely on both. So now my team is going in. We're pushing another. I think there's like a couple of squads, as you can see in the top right corner. You see, we still got 10 squads left. Here I go. I want to push. I want to do what I can do to get those points, because ranked. Yes, you want to win, but the primary goal at the end of the day, at the end of the match, is to get those points so you can progress through the ranks. Now I know there's a team in here. I was burning someone off flesh, and I'm thinking to myself, am I gonna chance doing this? And I'm thinking, no, I'm gonna run back down, and I'm gonna run back to the position where the teammates are, I guess, retreating to. It was one thing that's beneficial about doing this is going out, come back in, going out, come back in. Actually, there's one thing that's beneficial, and there's one thing that's not so beneficial. Is that you kind of go scope out the lay of the land, you identify targets, whatever positioning. So that's kind of like last on your mind as you're, going back to your previous post. So now, as you can tell from the gameplay footage here, is that we're engaging targets, and I'm kind of missing my shots with this triple take because I only have it 2 times. The Bruiser, one of everybody's favorites. So I only use it 2 times on a lot of the just single fire weapons. I don't really use it too much on the R301 because I do like the R301, or even the flatline. Again, it's all red dot. It's all those types of sights on the ARs or the subs. So there's the cargo bot with no cargo in it. Again, scoping out the area, being situationally aware. I don't know if that is a word, but just being aware. So there's that scan I hit. I want to make sure we're not gonna get flanked on this side, because you know what? If I think this would be a good spot for me to run, then that's where I'm gonna check. It's everything that I do here is on the assumption is this was what I would do if it were me, right? So I go and clear my corners and I clear my areas before I go back to where I need to be. So Again, ladies and gentlemen, just to remind everybody watching out there, I am recording this all raw, and it's pretty much one take. I've had to pause it once already. So now we're engaging a team. Team's crossing over. Broadside, got an Octane trying to get away there. Picking at him. One thing too is like if you can't kill anybody, just keep picking at them. Make them waste their resources, make them waste their the things that are very crucial to survival, like your cells and your batteries and your Phoenix kits and your syringes, all sorts of stuff. So I notice now that our teammate is getting shot at. I go in, I'm gonna help, do what I can. And here we meet a Revenant. I knew he was gonna try to hit me with his he's gonna hit me with his ult, like I guess his is that his secondary? Yeah, his secondary. One really cool thing about it though is that, as you can see if you just kind of scroll back a bit after this, is that I tried a different thing of like jumping and shooting at the same time, because I'm not too comfortable with doing that, but I wanted to try it out, and it turned out great with the flatline. The flatline put him down fast, which was nice. I didn't have to keep shooting and whatnot. And honestly, I'm a sucker for like gold stabilizers. I didn't have a gun for a gold stabilizer at all, so I was like, do I take it? And one thing that you'll see with me, actually, I guess I just want to go into like a more of a player habit on my part, is that if I doubt a weapon pickup even for a second, if I ask myself, should I just do this? I won't do it. No, okay, we'll just keep going. Get comfortable with running the guns that you have, rather than swapping out, 301 for a G7, 301 45, 301 99, whenever that comes back. I don't know. So that's one thing that I really tend to do as a player, is that I will, if I have 1 ounce of doubt in the weapon choice that I have, I will not pick up that weapon at all. Especially when it comes to like, a devotion or, these OP weapons that I find. So now, one thing I like to do, and another player habit for me, is that I'll go around everything. A lot of people like to go head on to a fight. I like flanking. I'm just a crazy flanker when it comes to these types of matches, especially rank play in Apex Legends. I will flank the shit out of everybody. I'll try to get up and over them. If I'm an Octane main, I'll try to get around them, redeploy, zip lines, you name it, I'm gonna try. And I always go for the high position no matter what. If you are familiar with this Apex Legends player and Twitch streamer Snipe Down, and I wholeheartedly agree with what he has to say, and that is your top position will always give you the advantage. But I think that's within reason in terms of how would you say, like the crow's nests and the needles that you find scattered throughout World's Edge. That's a big thing. So here I am. I'm familiar with this part of the map because I've actually clutched a lot of the matches and won, 1v3s sitting on this platform and just picking at people and looking at my circle placement. Where's the circle? Maybe it's like the 6th round, 7th round, and where's that's going to be? Again, scan comes into, total use and everything. This is one thing though I do not like, is when players tend to drop down on their own without the consideration of their teammates. So that's one thing you should always keep in mind. Like, should I just go down there thinking that I can, drop this player? If your teammates aren't following you, I really highly recommend not do that, because then you just, again, you put yourself at risk and you compromise the mission of gaining your points and winning. I'd rather win a game with a couple assists than get knocked out with what's it right now, 3 kills, 1 assist, because you get more points for the win, right? So here I am just scanning, making sure, and I'm pinging everybody that I see in terms of movement, so we're all aware of positionings. Now I'm getting picked at. Again, a lot of players will do that. They'll make you use your resources in that sense so they can weaken you, not only to kill you, but also by end circle you have nothing left, right? So again, I'm not pushing in as fast as I should, only because I know everybody else will, right? I don't care about these, like, Bangalore ults and stuff like that. I care about the high damage in that sense. But this is where it kind of gets a little sweaty, gets a little crazy, because this match was so much fun. I'm coming in with 3 kills, 1 assist, plus 64 points. We're maintaining a position. We're posting at the end of this, I guess, this laboratory. And Caustic has come into handy. Like, I just coming in clutch, I guess you would say, when it comes to posting up. Here I am wanting to rush that way, and I go, oh shit, nope, and turn right back around. I think everybody knows where everyone else is within the circle, and it's just kind of up to, it's chicken who's gonna make the first move. But one thing that I like to do is I don't like to sit still too long, because that's when you get a little lazy anyway, even if you're high adrenaline. I like to know where everybody is, and I like to kind of stick and move, right? It's a guerrilla fight tactic, like right this. That prime example of guerrilla tactics. You go in, you hit as hard as you can, maybe knock them, maybe thirst them, and then you go right back into where you got to go. So this Caustic knows what the hell I'm doing. I'm standing behind his gas trap. I don't want to get picked off at that doorway, so he's actually laying cover out, not only for himself, but for me too, as his teammate. So as you can tell, I was actually talking to my daughter right now, because they have a tendency to there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The end. Anyway, my children have a tendency to come and start pulling out my chair at like the worst times in the middle of a gunfight. So again, I'm the man, the myth, the not so legend, Swamp Things, and thank you for watching Apex Legends Casted here on YouTube, episode 2. Later, everybody.